Hey guys, Happy Splasher here. Good evening. So right now we are going to look to finish up the week's pit. So let's go into that. We have our Warlord and our pet ready. So let's head over. So currently right now we're on boss number 9. We're on Holiday Thief. And then the one after that will be Diego Cold Steel. We have 2 attempts right now. Let's take a look at the skills for Holiday Thief. Okay, so whenever a ranged ally attacks, it will transform the attacked hero into a present. Every third turn, we'll give plus attack to the enemies for every present on the field. And then on the 7th turn, we'll transform all of our heroes into presents. All right, so it looks like we'll have 7 turns to deal as much damage as we can before we have our transform. And then on the 3rd and 6th, they'll get an attack boost. And then we have to get rid of those ranged allies so that they won't transform our stuff into presents. I guess every one of them will act like an evil Santa. Okay, so we have 2 attempts right now, and if we do run out, we will spend gems, as it is still worth it for us. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, got a couple things going on right now. So they have 2 buildings on their side that gives them both mental shield. So we're probably gonna have to get rid of those buildings. We have our own buildings that will give us, well, just plus health. All right, sure. So let's start with our damage pentagrams, see where they land. Yeah, you can see right now we have double coverage on lane A and D. And so let's see what we can do with this first. Oh, we have an extra attack rune as well. That could be useful. Let's see. We want to get rid of those as these mental shield buildings are going to be a problem. So let's start with that. I'm going to start with our extra attack rune. We're going to start with our extra attack hero over here on... No, we'll try this one for offense first and see what happens. So we're actually going to start with this extra attack hero on lane D. Deal some damage. We also have evasion on this particular hero. Okay, we also have an extra attack pentagram as well. So this one here means that if the hero is still alive at the beginning of the turn, it will gain extra attack. Okay, we have the Yorick over here that comes into play. It deals damage to heroes in the line, and then also has Reborn, which means that it'll actually trigger off this skill again. Let's see how much damage it is. So 73, so we'll actually destroy this once this comes back, unless we have some way to give it plus health. Let's see, so combat will destroy... The extra attack will destroy that, and then the damage pentagram will actually destroy this. So we'll look for... I guess we can look for another hero to attack. We'll start with the... Let's see... Since they are going to have range heroes that can transform, probably going to go with just for damage. Could also do a shuffle too, see what's up. Probably just go for damage. Let's see how much it deals again. So it deals 73. Okay, yeah, you know, we're just going to go for damage instead. So we're going to send them summon this range hero over here on A1. Deal some damage. The extra attack, followed by the damage from the Yorick. Then the mental shield's given, and then the damage pentagram. So this is where those mental shield buildings are going to be a problem. Okay, we have the melee hero over here. Swap the health and attack of our hero. Also gets block, and then we'll also deal extra damage when they attack our warlord. And we're going to do our shark summons now. And as you see, we do have enough to actually break through one of these buildings. And probably going to do that again, summon another range hero to actually break the Caesar's head over here. So I'm going to do shuffle. Find a ranged hero, which, wow, we do not have. All of these are melee heroes. Do that again, and this time we do get a ranged hero. So we'll summon her over here in B2. We'll have her attack, followed by the damage. When this hero kills another hero, it will actually summon a rat, Death of Rats, that will deal damage whenever it is destroyed. It also has flight, so a little bit of protection. Okay, we also did get rid of those buildings now, so we don't have to worry about the extra shielding. As you can see, we took some extra damage off of the Bravi here. Let's see. So we have them slapping that will freeze the enemies in line for a turn. The Bravi will be destroyed by the damage pentagram, so we don't have to worry about that. We're going to do one more shuffle to see if we can actually attack this. Otherwise, we'll look for another attacker. Okay, and at this point now, nothing really here. We have this hero with the Reborn, which I guess is okay. It also deals its damage skill whenever it's attacked. Well, I guess it's okay for now. But our shuffle did not result in very strong heroes, if anything. Okay, as you saw, the Damage Pentagram did destroy the Bravi. Excuse me. Just drinking some post-dinner milk. Okay, so we have our Reborn hero destroyed. We have the Amaterasu here with the damage skill. Also comes into play with the Mental Shield. Also give negative attack to our melee heroes whenever they start attacking. So let's see, our Miss Lappin here will still be around. I guess we're just going to go for damage at this point, as we don't have enough to actually destroy both of these heroes. So some of the melee hero over here on the damage, the extra attack pentagram. Okay, looks like we also got an attack boost, because whenever the enemy's attacked, it gets a plus attack, so that's cool. Next turn, you'll see the attack boost happen on their heroes for every present. And so far, the only way that they can get a present is with the ranged hero attacking our heroes. Like that. Okay, so we have the Mizu here with the water elementals. Those water elementals will summon freeze runes when they come into play. So right now, let's see, kind of hard to see. You can kind of see this bluish outline behind the fin, making us unable to attack once we summon on that spot. Good combat over there. Yeah, we're gonna still go for damage as we don't have enough to actually go against these other heroes. So we'll summon the melee hero over here on A2. Okay, we'll have the Damage Pentagram destroy the water elemental. Okay, and then some damage over here to the Mizu. Okay, next turn we will see all of our heroes turn into presents, and that is okay, even though we are kind of low on the board in terms of protection. Okay, we have the York that came out to deal damage to heroes in the line. You have the negative attack happening from the Eternal Sun. And at this point now, we're just going to go for damage once again. So we'll give an attack boost to our male hero. Then we're going to follow it up with, let's see. So all of our heroes are going to be turned into presents. So we'll send out a hero that we don't mind losing. In this case, it'll be this melee hero here on C2. Reason why is that once this present is destroyed, we'll have the option to summon either a ranged hero or a melee hero on that same spot. Okay, as you see, the Mizu was destroyed by the Damage Pentagram, so now this lane is actually open. Okay, and as we don't have enough to actually destroy any of these heroes, we're just going to go for damage once again. So some of the melee hero over here. And then this will be our last point of damage before lethal. As you see, there's roughly around 600 damage, and we are way out of... We've taken too much damage. So that's okay. I mean, we dealt about a quarter of the damage. We didn't get a lot of good heroes off of our shuffles, so we will try that again. And because we are going to be out of the free attempts, we will be spending gems. Okay, it's probably better for us to focus on those buildings for now, so do our damage pentagrams once again. As you see, we have double coverage on the line here. Ooh, we have the Ogorok that can deal damage to random heroes twice, so that'll actually be enough to destroy those. Combat. Yeah, okay, we'll summon the Ogorok on the extra attack rune and get rid of both of these buildings. Okay, it also has an attack boost at the end of the turn because, well, actually for every enemy death, so in this case the buildings. Most likely this will be transformed, and, you know, we expect it, and we'll go from there. Okay, as you see that transform. Okay, it is on that damage pentagram, so in this case we can ignore it for now. I guess we could destroy it and then it goes attack there. Now, you know, we're going to summon our ranged hero over here on D2. This hero gives us 2 crystals that will give it mental shield. Again, it doesn't protect from those ranged heroes transforming this, but I mean, we're trying to just go for best case scenario and just deal as much damage as we can. We do have double pentagram coverage on lanes B and D, so if we can get more heroes on those lanes, that would be helpful. Okay, we have the Anata over here that poisons heroes when it comes into play. Also gets a plus health boost whenever poison triggers on our side. So in other words, for every one of these heroes that are poisoned, they will get a health boost. The York will be destroyed, so don't have to worry about that. I'm going to follow it up with the Sharks for some protection for this hero. And then also, I guess this one's here. That's not too bad. I'm going to do a shuffle though, because I do want to find an answer for the Anata. Okay, got some decent answers here. We have the York with, well, we have the Strick here with the damage. Then we also have the Butcher over here that can set the health of a hero to 1. Probably going to wait it off, as we don't want to actually set the York over to 1. But what we can do, however, we can do the Strick over here on... We'll play the Strick over here on the 2. It gives an attack boost to our heroes whenever it attacks. So that'll help us out a little bit in terms of damage. Then also allow us to wipe out some other heroes. And see more damage over to the Anata. And the Flammy Heli actually has extra attack from that damage, the extra attack pentagram over here. So if we can keep this hero alive, we'll get some extra protection and then some extra damage to the Warlord. Okay, so as you can see now, the extra poison did trigger off, so we don't have any more protection for our Flammy Heli. We could do damage over here. Let's see, is it on damage pentagram? 1, 2, 3. So we have 5 actually for our ability. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and yeah, okay. So it is over there. Okay, damage over here. We only need to deal a little bit of damage to stop this. I guess there's a chance we could actually destroy both of these heroes. Combat here, combat here. Yeah, I'll summon this melee hero instead. The reason why is this Prince Nod, it deals damage to melee heroes when it first attacks. And so the extra damage would then allow us to both destroy both of these heroes here. Also has decent health and has spikes. And so we are protecting our Strick, and if not, we can also deal damage to melee heroes. Just checking to see how much poison damage we have on our Strick, because the Anata poison does stack off. Okay, looks like they have the Mislappin again to freeze our heroes. Okay, and also at this point, our... Oh, the Flammy Heli is now destroyed. Good combat over here, just destroy that, keep the Strick alive. We also heal our heroes, so I guess it's not too bad. Yeah, sure, why not? Healing is good. Let me see how much poison it has. So both of these heroes are going to be destroyed, and this one is actually... It could potentially be destroyed. But, yeah, this is fine. Yeah, might as well. We can also use those health pentagrams that the Aphrodite gets to stop the freeze runes coming from the Mizu if it does come out. Okay, so we destroy the Mislappin. Okay, as mentioned before, that's Mizu with the freeze rune. Okay, let's see, so damage, we'll destroy that. We'll deal some damage over here. The Strick has that extra damage to heroes for every hero that first came on play, so 99. So that'll actually be enough to destroy this after the damage pentagram. Could probably, oh, this is actually be pretty good. Yeah, I'm gonna summon the old god on the freeze rune. It is unaffected by it because of immunity. And then also we'll be able to give the range hero that we want to summon on the extra attack pentagram some protection. So that way, if it does get attacked in the line, it'll be frozen, and then we'll still be able to attack in front of it. Okay, next turn, our heroes will be turned into presence. I'm going to get rid of this hero now. We're going to summon the Butcher, as mentioned. And I'm going to summon it on the pentagram, the health pentagram over here. So at Z, set the health of one of the enemies to 1, which will allow the old god to destroy it. We'll also get some health back off our melee kill. Finally, we did have our heroes transformed by the last Warlord skill over here. But that is okay. We have protection, and we can still clear out their heroes. Okay, so let's see. So once again, they got the York here. Probably should destroy it just because it does threaten our board. Looking for some other heroes that can actually do this. So it deals 73. This one here can freeze. Combat. I'm gonna do another shuffle and see if we can actually find a better response. Okay, actually we do have a decent one over here. So the Count Vlad can actually attack twice. So Vampirism will add to the damage. We're going to place it on the health rune, the health pentagram rather. So you see, first damage will destroy it. Second damage will destroy it after the reborn. And then we'll just allow ourselves to get a little bit of health back on our hero. If it does get transformed into a present, we'll still be able to have it boosted. Okay, so we have the Bravi over here that swap the health from the attack of that Count Vlad, so that one was destroyed. I'm gonna summon actually, let's see here. Damage. Yeah, that's actually not too bad. I'm gonna summon the Lucky Rabbit over here. We'll freeze 2 of the heroes on their side of the field for a turn. We'll actually allow the Damage Pentagram to work its damage here. And then also we're giving our range hero some protection with the Old God, so that way it can get some extra attack. Okay, so as mentioned before, the extra attack here. Let's see if we have anything else. Okay, so we're just going to hold off on there. I'm going to summon this range hero. Although, it's probably better if we do shuffle for something better. Let's see. Over here, not enough to destroy that. Yeah, we'll do a shuffle. Okay, and these are marginally better, I suppose. So I'm going to do this range hero and actually place it behind the Old God over here. Normally we would want to spread out damage, but there's too much protection given from the Old God, so we're just going to do that. Placing it on the health rune as well. And see, it does have a death trigger, and it also gets an attack boost for every enemy. Ooh, attack boost to another ally. Alright, that's pretty good. Next turn, we can give an attack boost to our male allies, which in this case is only this one, and not the immune hero. So as you can see, when that Anata attacked our Old God, it does freeze the range hero, so I don't have to worry about those. Will we have enough damage to destroy this? Checking out the extra attack, so 70, 92, 27, that'll be 270, 360. Oh yeah, okay, so we have enough over there. That's cool. Okay, gonna follow it up with the attack boost. As mentioned, do want to get the damage in. And then we're also gonna summon our ranged hero on C1. Again, spreading out the damage, and then allowing us to deal more damage to the Warlord. Okay, so now it's in pretty good shape. Even if the Old God is destroyed, we still have our extra attack over here. And then we can also start dealing some damage now with sudden deaths. Okay, so I see the Tani did destroy the Old God. Our range heroes are frozen, but we do have lethal now. Gonna get rid of this melee hero just to get rid of it out of our squad. And there you go. There was Holiday Thief. And see, those damage pentagrams are helping out a lot. Okay, let's see what we get. Okay, we are still in the world event, so we are getting runes, and looks like we got a decent amount of Apeps. Great. Okay, we are on the final boss of this week, Diego Cold Steel. Let's take a look at their skills. Okay, so before an ally attacks, meaning them, they'll get an attack boost to the enemies for every wounded hero. That includes both sides of the field. At the beginning of the turn, we'll deal 1 damage to heroes with maximum health. Okay. Sure. And every 6 turn will deal damage to all enemies. I guess enemies on our side. For every wounded hero. So that will include both sides. So that means that if their heroes are wounded and our heroes are wounded, we're going to take a lot of damage to our heroes. We have to find a way to heal this damage after the start, so that way we don't trigger off that skill. And then also that skill does compound with the attack boost given to their allies. Okay, well, like I said, we are going to be using gems. And so let's get started. Okay, let's get started. Okay, this is a new boss too, and so if the damage pentagrams that we've been using on the pirate don't work, we will switch off to a different strategy. Okay, so let's start off with damage pentagrams. Let's see where we have for buildings. So we have damage to one of our heroes, more damage again. This building heals one of our heroes to full, which is nice. And then this one here heals one of our allies. Okay, so it looks like we're going to protect our buildings in order to make sure they don't get wounded. This one here gives spikes, also has flight. This one here can deal damage. Yeah, we'll probably start off with that. Gonna get rid of this building first, so that way we don't take damage to our other stuff. And let me just take one more look at this hero here. So whenever spikes triggers, heals ally. Okay. Big thing is the spikes given to those allies that do attack. So I'm gonna get rid of the building. Alright, we'll take some damage off of destroying a building because of the electric tower. But we get rid of that building, that will start wounding our heroes. And then this hero here will deal damage to the warlord whenever they attack. Okay, up until that. Okay, so we have the Madam Agony over here that transformed our wounded heroes, except the buildings, into crystals. Let's see, so we'll have the hero being destroyed by the Damage Pentagrams, so that's good. I'm gonna go for damage now, and kind of do want this building to stay alive, but it's not gonna really do too much for us, so we're gonna summon the range hero over here on C1, just go for damage to the warlord, and see more damage to us, and that is okay. Right now it's more important that we do have heroes, although we are going to lose a majority of them after these 6 turns. Ghost. Alright, so that's not what we want to see. So this hero here deals damage to one of our heroes whenever we attack the warlord. Then we'll also take extra damage whenever one of their heroes attacks. So we're going to start with our shark summons, so we can get some attackers to potentially destroy the Ghosta. Alright, so we do have one here. There is a chance that it can be destroyed. I guess we'll go with the Vixen so we can get some damage against the board, although yeah, this is fine. So even if we do end up losing our we could potentially lose both of these heroes because of the extra attacks over here. But we'll try it anyways and see what happens. So combat first. Okay. Our Vixen does freeze one of their heroes whenever we attack the warlord. And right now, like I said, we're just going to stack on for damage and go from there. Okay. We have the Lady Medusa that steals attack from our male heroes at the end. Could go for their damage over there. Okay, so we're actually going to do 2 things. So we're going to summon this Drow on A1. And the actually, I guess we don't have to do that. Because we'll still be able to freeze that, so that's not too bad. Some of the Drow actually over on... Yeah, we're going to summon the Drow over here on C1. The Drow comes into play, destroys the wounded hero over here, and then we still have our Vixen, which is still stealing attack and then freezing the hero. So in this case, because it is on the damage pentagram, we don't have to worry about that now. Whoa! Ooh. Okay, so we have the Jormungand that will deal damage to Frozen and also freeze 2 of our heroes. Combat over there, combat there. Okay, yeah, we'll summon the Jormungand. We'll summon the circuit over here on B2 or B3. Freeze some of their heroes. Okay, and you see that when the Medusa dies, it summons these freeze runes. And it looks like next turn we are going to be taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, say roughly 240, rounding up. Whoa! Okay, they have the immune hero over here, so this one's actually not going to take damage. Let's see. Don't have any way to actually heal, but we do have a way to deal damage. So the circuit here will deal damage to one of the heroes whenever it attacks. So in this case, not the immune hero, but this Jormungand. Could remove, deal damage over there. Well, we need a hero that can actually take the damage, and all of these will be destroyed next turn, unfortunately. Let's see if we have any other things that we need to do. We can just go for damage, I guess. Freezing is not too bad. Yeah, we'll go for damage against the immune hero over here. So summon the melee hero on C3. And see the circuit effect destroyed the Jormund. Dealt as much damage as we can, and then we took the damage at the beginning with the skill, followed by the ultimate damage from the skill, the 3rd skill here. Yeah! Okay, well, there goes our circuit. We have the Hanzo here that has the mental shield, also has counterattack, and will also continue to get mental shield as long as one of our heroes are destroyed. It does have Toxin, so at least it will be a lot weaker for the next couple of turns. Let me see if we can try and get the board back. I mean, this is still a pretty long battle, if anything, so I guess it's okay. I'll summon the Alexandra over here on C1. As it comes into play, it has the life balance that gives us health, and then also gives the Alexandra some protection. Looks like the Hanzo is on Damage Pentagram, so it will be destroyed next turn, assuming none of our other heroes are destroyed. Okay, we have the Ghosta once again, also on the Damage Pentagram. We have that over there. Okay, we have over there. Not too bad. Okay. So Damage Pentagram will destroy these two heroes. Just going to place a ranged hero on the Freeze rune for now. Also has high health, so that's fine. So our Alexandra will destroy this. Okay, we'll take the damage, and then those two heroes are then destroyed. So this range hero will summon a Rotter on one of our melee cells whenever one of our heroes are attacked. And that'll actually help us clear out some of these damage pentagrams off of the panda. Alright, we have the Jormungand once again with the freeze. Seeing if we can deal any amount of damage to it. This transform could be nice, but again, this hero has a lot of health, so if we can somehow deal maybe like one, was it doing the math, 97, so need to deal roughly 180 in order to get rid of it. Could potentially freeze it too, so let's do a shuffle, see what we find. Okay, we have the, well, actually that's not too bad, could do that. Let's see how this goes. So it freezes, kills an ally, puts on itself, freezes an enemy. Yeah, I guess it's not too bad. Yeah, we're gonna summon the Shamona over here on summon it over here on B3. It will take some damage, which is fine, but we'll be able to get a shard that'll help us protect some of our heroes. And the only reason why we summoned it on the damage pentagram, the damage rune, was because we can't get the shards in any other spots that have other things in them. So the runes, for example. Okay, looks like an attack boost over there. Okay, some froze over there. Okay, we have the Tengu that is going to give us negative. Well, set the attack of our heroes to 1. Could do that over there. Protection isn't too bad. Yeah, we'll do that. So I'm gonna summon the all on D3 over here. We'll take some damage, which is fine, but the more important part is that we're giving these heroes miss. And then also, so the Jorman isn't going to, oh actually no, before attack will still happen. Oh, that's not good. Still rather not take the damage. Okay, I didn't see those Jormans are getting that health boost. Do we have anything to get rid of these now? Oh, we already shuffled off our Madame Agony. Okay, so I guess that's why that skill retool was very good now, because their free skill is still going to happen whether or not they do get the miss. So let's do a shuffle, see if we can find any ways to get rid of these heroes. No, we cannot. And one more, and also cannot. Huh. Well, I guess now we're just going to be blocking for damage, so let's do that. I'm going to summon this building, and yeah, I'm just going to summon this building. So this building deals damage at the end of the turn, and we can kind of get around the whole Tengu trick, or the Tengu skill, rather. And doesn't look like this is going to be a high damage round, as you can see with the amount of freeze and the Tengu already out in play. Okay, so we got freeze over there, got attack over there. We still have our Rotters coming out to block, so that's okay. Okay, the Jorman skill went off, and so it does deal extra damage around those frozen. At this point now, I'm just going to summon our melee hero here with the low... Oh, actually, no, we still have our Sun Death, so let's do those. And let's do our melee summon. It only has one attack because of the Tengu. And then we will end it here. And you can see those Jormungrans are very tough in terms of the amount of damage they do, and the amount of health they have, and the disruption that they give on the board. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Let's keep going. so damage pentagrams once again. I really do want to protect our buildings. I don't know if we have a choice at this point. We have double damage pentagrams off on lane B. Probably can, yeah, I guess we can stack heroes on that same line. Yeah, sure, why not? We're going to start with the... Yeah, I'm going to start with our own shear shell over here. So it gets a health boost for enemy, or what's this? For every adjacent enemy. Oh, okay. I guess I was going to say our buildings count as an adjacent enemy. But anyways, once it kills something, it deals damage to enemies around. So in this case, it actually destroys the buildings here. Okay, we have the Ghost now. Let's see here, 216. So not enough on the boost. We have one shot to do this. Otherwise, we're going to be taking a lot of damage. So we're going to summon our Koshi. Yeah. Okay, our Koshi is still alive, so that's good. Okay, and then our heroes are then wounded again. Probably should have summoned this over here on D3 because we have to do our shark summons at some point. Well, I guess now is at some point. No damage over there, damage there. I want to draw damage away from our building because it is still going to give us wounded skill. So I'm going to summon the... Still want to go for damage. Yeah, sure. Yeah, we're going to actually summon this melee hero over here. So the Legion with the high health, it does give an attack boost and a health boost to other older heroes once another enemy is destroyed. As you see, once that Agony was destroyed by the damage pentagram, this hero got a boost. Yeah! Okay, well, we have the Hanzo over here. Let's see, so damage, 62, 97. Well, range heroes actually wouldn't be that bad. I do want to keep this Confucius because of the immune skill. Combat over there. Yeah, I'm going to summon the range hero over here on B1. It has flight, so we'll get a little bit of protection. We'll deal the combat damage, and then we'll have the damage pentagram then destroy this at the beginning of the turn. Okay, in 2 turns, gonna wait. We're gonna do our Confucius summon, and then also do our sharks after it, so that way we'll still have a hero alive. Okay, as you can see here, the Jorman Grand. It's plus health for every frozen enemy, okay. So we have to find a way to silence this, which we probably don't have, but we can do our Confucius summon. We'll at least get that on the board. Okay, and as you can see, our building also heals one of our heroes to full health. But next turn, we will be taking 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, all of these will be wounded anyways. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're going to be taking roughly 280. Okay. Once again, I'm going to hold off on any large summons for now. This reflect totem off of the hoodoo will be actually pretty helpful. Let me just see if we have anything else that we can affect their board with. Death trigger with toxin. That's not too bad. Yeah, so we'll just do that for now. And see the wounded, followed by the death trigger, and then the toxin landing on the Tengu here. Okay, well, there's a lot of damage coming over here. Gonna do our shark summons now. Not quite where I wanted them to go, especially now since we have the Medusa that does freeze the enemies in the line. Give an attack boost over to our sharks, and then let's see. So 1, 1, 1. These will actually still be alive, oddly enough. Gonna summon. Let me see how big the totem is. So 191. So we can reflect some decent damage. Gonna summon the hoodoo over here. Get the reflect totem out. Okay, I can see that damage. If we had some other way to deal damage to the Jorman, we would have been good here, but we still have to deal with the Tengu that is setting our attacks to 1 for the turn. Okay. 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 Alright. So we did lose a little bit over there. Attack to 1, still freeze over there. I'm gonna do shuffle now, even though this there is a totem that does come off of this hero. We still need to block this lane as we are threatening lethal. We could also just deal damage, although the Tengu is setting our attacks to 1. Doing a shuffle again. Death trigger here, but again, not going to matter because we are taking lethal over there. Do shuffle one more time and see what we get. Still freeze. Nope. Guess we'll just deal our 1 point of damage off of the Tengu. Alright, and then we will take the lethal off of the Jormund. So you can see this one's actually a pretty rough one to deal with, especially since every one of their heroes can either freeze or set the attacks of our heroes to 1, and it slows us down a lot in terms of damage. So I think if it makes more sense in order to use something like a Geisha or a Spider Queen. Got a freeze over there. Well, silence could work too. I'm going to stick with this for now. Let's see. There. Actually, no, I'm going to switch it over to Geisha. We'll try it one time. We've been doing roughly, well, on the average, around 800 to 900 damage. So I'm going to see if we can get better results with a different skin. And we're already in the gem spending phase, so it's not really that much of a big deal if we spend a couple more. So I'm going to equip our pet. Also have our Geisha. Okay, going back to the pit. And yeah, let's go. Okay, we got some okay heroes this time. Let's see. I'm going to start with our melee hero over here on D3. Just go for some early damage. We do have the vampire that can actually wound stuff, I guess. Well, they're also going to just wound their own things. So pretty much everything is actually a target for destruction now that I think of it. Huh. Yeah, it might be easier this way.
Whoa!
Okay, well, we have the Oiran doing the freeze once again. Let's see. We do the melee hero, the vampire, just to block. We know for sure that we can actually stop the damage happening to us. And I'm going to follow up with the Discordia here for now, behind the melee hero. Okay, we'll take some wounded at the beginning of the turn once again, which is fine. We can wait for the time when Tengu shows up, or the Ghosta, and then just wipe them up from there. There's the Tengu. Okay. Well, as mentioned, we can just wait. So let's see. We can freeze as well. That's good. Okay, so we're going to summon this ranged hero here on B1. We'll freeze the ranged enemy. Use it as a blocker against the Jormund. And then as you see, all these heroes are now wounded, so we can get rid of those. Oh, and actually, if we destroy those before turn 6, we can actually take less damage to our heroes. Oh. Well, I guess right now we just have to deal with the Medusa. Summon this flight hero to block for now. We can do over there. We'd still have to deal with it anyway, so yeah, we'll just summon the flight hero just to block. We'll take some damage off of the Tengu, and then our flight hero will actually be destroyed, but that is okay. Getting rid of these heroes is good enough. And see, we are still being slowed down by the Jormund. That skill is still going to go off whether or not it does actually attack. Okay. Oh, okay. So if we only have a ghost to deal with, that's fairly good. Alright, so we'll do our destruction skill now. Okay, we'll take some damage because of those buildings. We have the melee hero that can actually give us some health back, so let's do that. Let me just see if we have any other stuff here. Could actually go for a pretty no. We won't take that risk. There's a chance we could do a shuffle and then end up losing a potential attacker, and that's something that we don't want to do right now. Okay, so next turn we are going to be taking roughly 160 to our heroes. I'm going to shuffle, find a ranged hero to potentially destroy this, or a flight hero. In this case, we do not have it. Could go for combat, although this is already threatening us for lethal. This one here does have the extra attack, so it's not too bad. I'm going to shuffle again. Melee hero with the flight. Actually gives Reborn to one of our heroes. Let me see if this we can give us an attack boost enough to get it through. We are running low on dust, so let's see, 1 of 7. It'll be roughly around another 1,000 or so. So it's actually not worth it at this point. We'll do one more shuffle and see what happens. Okay, potentially could do it. We have the Angelia that deals damage, random damage to non-order heroes. Potentially could wound our own heroes, but I guess for now it's okay. Trying to avoid lethal. So we'll do that. Summon the melee hero here on C3. Okay, we do have our random damage happening. The Enlil does have spikes, so that's why our Angelia was wounded. And then as you saw, all of our heroes were wounded, and then we took the damage. The Angelia does give us mental shield, and whenever another enemy does appear, so we'll get some protection. Up until that happens. Okay, well, at least we survived long enough in order to get our summons, so let's do those. The Madam Agony to transform our wounded Angelia. That is super awkward. Super duper awkward. So the Madam Agony is going to deal damage to our heroes at the beginning of the turn. And we don't actually have enough to stop this or destroy it. We can summon our Dead Lord to at least block for some damage. And yeah, we can deal some extra damage over to the Warlord, so it's not too bad. Okay, we'll take damage at the beginning of the turn. And then actually, because that damage does happen before this skill, we will not take the extra damage off of the Madam Agony. Okay, well, we still have that Ghost over here. Let's see. I guess we'll go for best case scenario. So let's see. Combat. Summon the melee hero to potentially destroy the Ghosta. Some damage over there. Damage over there. Destroying the Ghosta, getting some health back, so that's cool. Well, we are pretty low on health. We'll probably take lethal off of the top lane here. Wow. Still around. Cool. Okay, well, we can get him 1 more point of damage. Damage over there. Summon our melee hero just for some damage over to the Warlord. Gonna ignore the Agony as this top lane will already deal lethal to us. And then we will surrender and we'll see how much we actually did this time. We did a little more. That's cool. All right, yeah, we'll continue on with the Geisha strategy then. And hopefully this will be the last attempt needed. Because we're also on the last boss too, we don't have to save our heroes. So that means just a whole bunch of damage going over to the Warlord. Okay, let us start with, let's see. Oh, I guess we will go for damage as mentioned. We don't have damage pentagrams. I remember that. That is true. Okay. So that being the case, start with our Mr. Devil over here on... Someone over here on D3. So we'll get some extra damage over to the Warlord because we deal damage off the attack. We'll also deal damage to every hero on the field. And, well, we're just now dealing with that Jorman. Okay. Let's see. So we'll summon our Vampire. Okay, and now it works as a blocker. It's not too bad. Gonna do a shuffle now and actually find a hero with decent attack. Could work. Could protect also our Ghosta too. That's actually not too bad. Combat over there. Combat there. Could wait 1 more turn. Potentially our Ghosta could be transformed by Madam Agony, and then we're actually in a very bad position. Also don't want to waste that 110 damage because that's actually pretty good. But you know what? I am going to do it, and we'll see if I end up regretting the decision. So we'll summon the Ghosta behind the building. They will destroy the building, also deal some damage off of the attacks. Okay, and next turn, well, we'll see what happens. It is the Madam Agony as mentioned. All right. Good stuff. Cool. All right, well, let's see what we do. Yeah, we get some of the axe. The axe will give us an attack boost for every Chaos hero on our side. I'm going to actually summon it on the health rune over here. Okay, and then also gets extra attack when it comes into play. Okay, and next turn, if a Tengu does not come out, we will use our destruction skill. Otherwise, we will have to wait. Okay, well, we are on the clock now. Seeing if we can find some other heroes. Good block over there. It's not too bad. Yeah, we can actually summon this Dominus. And let's see, combat. Yeah, I'm going to summon the Dominus over here. We'll give an extra attack ending to the axe, as you can see, for every Chaos hero that comes into play. Okay, we have our heroes wounded. They are capped out on the amount of damage they can deal on this lane unless they can give an attack boost. So that is why we also did not block over here, because we can take roughly 500 damage. Okay, it's actually good that the Ghost is summoned above our hero rather than below. We'll do our destruction now to get rid of these heroes. And then, let's see here. We have the extra attack. We're going to summon the Hanzo to destroy the Ghosta, so that way we don't have damage happening to our Dominus. We'll also give the Hanzo mental shield because of the kill. Oh, okay, and there you go. We just have lethal there. So it was important that we did destroy that Ghosta. And so yeah, that was Diego Coldsteel. Took us a couple attempts. Looks like we've completed Pit 70 times. Well, doesn't feel like 70 times, but sure does. Sure does add up. Okay, let's see what we got. Oh, okay, we got some Dragars and we got some more runes. Great. Okay, so well, that was the end of the pit. The next thing in the Dungeon of Trials is the Dark Tower, and so that'll happen in about 8 hours. So we'll have a video for that. Well, in a few, not in a few hours, but probably by tomorrow. So yeah, so thanks guys for tuning in. Hope you guys learned something about these new bosses and whatnot, and yeah, hope you had a good time. This is Happy Splasher, signing off.